Hello, Ryan James from Philippine VA Pros. To answer the current question of how often should I be talking with my VA, my initial response is going to be, it's really going to depend on what you need them to do. But I would say at a minimum, you should be talking to them at least once a day. And keep in mind, try to think of them as any other employee who works for you, who maybe even works in your office. If you don't keep up communication, there's going to be breakdowns. Communication is key. So, even though they're not at your office, don't, out of sight does not mean out of mind, so make sure that you're having a call with them. If you have a team meeting every morning or something like that, have them on your laptop, make sure they're part of the team. If that's not how you operate, have a quick call schedule with them in the morning. It can be as little as 5 minutes just to make, to get a quick pulse check, or maybe something more detailed. The more detailed, the better, where you're reviewing, what they did the previous day, what they have going on today, any areas where maybe you want them to work on, maybe there's some new training, and most importantly, make yourself open to feedback from them. Make sure to request them to talk to you about what they're stuck on, and reiterate that. Anytime you're stuck on something, if you're stuck on anything, come to me, let me know. Let them feel comfortable with that, because one thing I have found with virtual assistants in the Philippines is that they do not want to disappoint you. They do not want to seem like they don't understand things, and they may be hesitant to come to you with a challenge. So just make sure that you're making yourself open. That's another part of the daily meetings. If you can do one in the morning and one in the evening before you wrap up, that's awesome. It really depends on your relationship. I think in the beginning, more frequently is obviously more important. With my company, I eventually got to the point where we were just having a once a week meeting, and we had the whole group get together once a week. However, I had a VA, a virtual assistant who worked for me, whose job it was to manage the others. So he was in touch with them on my behalf a lot more frequently, and I met with him more frequently than I did with the rest of the team. But I still made sure to have a weekly team meeting where all of the virtual assistants and I got together. So hopefully that helps give you a little bit of an insight on communicating. Again, just think of them as an employee that you have working in your office. Communication is key.